All right, let's do a brief audio and a visual check. How's everybody doing tonight? How's everybody today? Feeling good? Trading good? Too high to buy? Too nuts to short? We're gonna short this market and just sell it off. We could short and sell this market off like crazy. Blew your account? Oh, that's not good to hear. Not good to hear. Size down. Size down. I sometimes need to practice what I preach and size down. Good evening. So first things first. Like I said, still testing out a little bit of music. So let's see if I could pipe some music into the slow markets. Let's see if we can do that. Let me know, everybody. Audio's good. Everything sounds good. Tell me how it sounds, if you could, please. If it's too loud, just right, let me know. Sounds good. You just hear me. You don't hear any music. The jazz is perfect. Jazzy. Okay. Good. Good. That's what I want to hear. Now, how's everybody doing? Let's go ahead. I don't see the Nightbot in there yet. I do not see the Nightbot. Nightbot, where are you at? If you could come out. Don't worry. We'll get that music ready and the music toned in. It's more about the sound, right? Like how loud is it? Is it quiet? Is it loud? As we continue to get this stuff tested out. So let me go in and make sure we have that risk disclosure. Make sure we have that risk disclosure. As always, welcome to Slow Markets, everybody. In the YouTube chat, there's our Topstep risk disclosure. It's for educational purposes only. Everything I go over, like I said, education. It's not a signals class. It's not financial advice. We know. Let's get and take a look at these markets. Straight up by the freaking dip, right? I'm a bull, but I'm having a hard time buying the dip. I'm having a high. Was there even a dip today? Was there? And this market's just going higher. Maybe it sells off now. Now that I'm on air, now that we're in slow markets, and we got some smooth jazz, this is now the markets could sell off. Can we see it? Or are we going to keep going up? Anybody know? Who knows? Then we know whether we could buy it or sell it. Are we going to sell off from right here, these 440s, or are we going to rally up? Well, the first thing we need to do is take a look at the daily. And, ooh, I don't know. I mean, we have that big candlestick, that massive rally. We are above it. We are above it. We did get Google earnings tonight, and it sounded like it was really good. It was positive. This market is insane. We gapped up. We rallied. This is a major support and resistance zone. And what a freaking market. What a market rallying. And we're right there. We're right there. The question is, if we continue to rally, I mean, it's Friday's price action tonight. So do we see a continuation, or do we see some type of a sell-off, some type of a pullback? We are sitting here right at 460s and 9446. Yeah, 944. So 446s, 440s, mid 440s anyway. And so is there any resistance levels up here? Are we going to pull back, or are we going to just keep mooning? Thinking that there's going to be a pullback. We do have a little bit of resistance. Maybe at this 599 level, this 600 level, maybe there's a little bit of resistance there. We did just break out. It was a nice clean breakout. If we start to zoom in on the hourly chart, this looks like it's just ripe for a pullback, right? Like thinking it's going to pull back and it actually pull back might be two different things. Because it looks like it needs a pullback, but I don't know if we're going to get one. The market could stay irrational longer than you can stay solvent. What's that saying, everybody? Rational, insolvent, solvent, rational. Market could always do what you don't think it's going to do for longer than you can keep your mind straight, keep your account alive. And yeah, look at this. Look at this freaking rally. Today I was looking for maybe some short opportunities, and I got smacked a little here, smacked a little bit there. We did come up, and we did not even just blink an eye at that. This 90-day, tariff pause and news. We're breaking out. We're above it. We are at highs, the highs that we haven't been in for a while, since back, April 2nd, Liberation Day. And you can see there's Liberation Day. Are we going to go up to the top of those? I don't know. But we are pushing higher tonight. Just every hourly candle, it's maybe we have a little bit of a wick at the bottom, but then we push higher. And pretty bullish market, right? So we should sell it. Should we sell it? Should we sell it? It's so hard, everybody. It's so hard to, like, how do you get into this market if you're not already in it? Because you don't really want to sell it, but you don't really want to buy it, right? Please sell it. Trade like a man. Yes, please. Go long. Go long gold. Gold long. Yes, let's sell. If I sell it, are we going to make money? Let's see what the tilt says. Shall we look at the tilt right here? There's a time in sells. The tilt's 55% long, so I don't know. I don't know about that. Yeah, so it's kind of just, I'm going to wait. It's kind of a wait and see game right now. If you're not already in a position and we're pushing these highs, it was looking like maybe we could get some type of pullback. You could see over here on the hourly chart, kind of some consolidation, some hesitation right here. But then we just kind of pushed higher. We broke through those 400s. We are holding above those 400s. And let's zoom over here on the left-hand side. Where would we sell off? Where's the next resistance? Maybe there's some resistance. I don't know. This is just kind of guessing. We're picking. We're guessing. We're up 0.6% tonight. And I mean, I've said this, I feel like so many times, is, man, when are we going to have a day that is less than 2%? It seems like every single day when I look at these markets, we're either up or down 2%. And we're up only 0.6%. So is that small? Are we going to get some type of pullback, some type of consolidation? I'm not sure. This hourly chart, maybe we do some measured moves. I mean, we're past all the measured moves, to be honest. It seems like it's been up. I mean, look at this rally. Like from that trend line bounce, we're up 10%. 10% this week, like since April 22nd, just a casual 10%. And then even intraday, in just one day, in what we're seeing in this one day from that low we tried last night. How was that trade last night? We were short, and from where we almost filled the gap to where we didn't, we're up 4.5%. 4.5% from that gap, basically. So that's crazy. That's crazy in and of itself, right? Probably a good dip buy tomorrow. It's Friday's price action right now. So it's technically Friday's price action. Can we see a good dip? Can we see maybe we see a dip tonight to sell? Can we see a selling opportunity? We got a 3-bar reversal on the 5-minute. Have those been paying? No, not to the short side. It's been very difficult. Maybe the slow markets are different. I do see maybe this being a resistance trend line. It's anybody's guess. It's very hard to buy or sell this market, and unless you're already in it. Anybody in it? Is anybody in a long? Everyone, put 1 micro short. Put 1 micro with a long stop loss. Several divergences. Me. Yeah, I am. No way. No way. Okay, well, let's take a look at these other markets, shall we? All right, crude oil. Let's take a look at these other markets. We'll get back to the NASDAQ. Let's take a look at these other markets. Crude oil looking bullish. I mean, we are making higher lows here on crude on the hourly chart, and we are coming back up to these 63.20s. So maybe we can come back up and test and have a possibility to rally, break through that, and take a look at those 64s. Maybe we could come up and maybe test some of this resistance here at 64. Yeah, 64, maybe up. But this is looking pretty bullish here on crude. If you're looking to sell this, maybe you're looking at this to be a sell-off and maybe a bear flag and looking for a continuation. I'm going to be the side of buyers because this market has been bullish for a little bit, and you can see that there is a decent trend line holding this market up where we're making higher highs. So I'm going to side on the long side here in crude oil from the pure technical standpoint, seeing if we could have a leg higher. Now I'm going to move around pretty quick if you don't mind. Nikkei, I'm very similar to the NASDAQ, right? Not as crazy of a move, but still a big move here in the Nikkei, where we pushed up. We got to those, looks like we tested this area twice. And then we are breaking out. We tested once, twice, pulled back, higher lows, and then we broke out. I'm not going to spend too much time on the Nikkei. It's a Japanese market, but I have not traded it for a while. I'll talk about it for a little bit. But gold, that has been a popular market. I don't know about gold, everybody. There is... what's your thoughts? I mean, this is looking... We don't want to sell... Selling gold has not been the thing to do, but is there a change... Is there a change here in gold? This is an hourly chart. Can we see sellers step in here? Maybe. I mean, we want to measure... If we want to measure these pullbacks, I mean, maybe we could come back down and test these lows. I have a hard time being in a short gold, but if you're looking at the immediate price action, right, which we should, we had that massive sell-off, and now we had one rejection. We had a rejection here earlier, and are we rejecting to short tonight? Maybe there is a case that we come back down towards these, lower 20s, these mid to lower 20s. That could be a possibility if we could, sell off down to there. Or maybe we make a run back down towards the lows. Maybe we take a look at 3290s, 3200s even. On the opposite side, if we do start to break through these highs and we break through this resistance zone, then, I mean, all-time highs? Why not? Maybe we make some all-time highs in gold. That's a possibility, right? Gold, it's too overbought away from the 200 EMA, maybe. Gold market, gold traders here tonight. Let's take a look at the NASDAQ. Let's zoom in. Let's see if we can find a trade here in this combine. 5-minute chart. Bulls, bears, battling it out. High. How is the earnings? Did anybody, can we check the earnings? Let's take a look at the earnings. Anybody know? I'm going to trust the chat. How is the earnings? Alphabet expects slight headwinds to say ads business this year. Positive, apparently. Positive. Mute Discord. I thought it was muted. Let me make sure my Discord's mute. Let's make sure. Yeah, I don't want the Discord to come in here. Give me a second. If anybody knows how to mute Discord notifications, I don't know how. Turn the machines back on. I know. I don't know how to turn Discord notifications off. I'm a noob. Just set yourself busy. Ooh, okay. Let's go. settings. I want to make sure it's okay. My account standing, all good. You're too quiet all of a sudden. I shouldn't be. I'm trying to figure out to make sure I can mute my Discord so that we don't get it. Settings, notification, sound. Okay, settings. Let me get it. Here's my. It's just it's going off. Sorry, everybody. I don't even answer half the stuff anyway. Everyone's. It's crazy. It's crazy. Let's see if I could get this. Settings. Notifications. It says enable desktop. Nah, that's not enable. I don't see it active. Oh, sounds. Okay. Oh, okay. If this works, we're gonna find out if this works. I don't want to go through and do that. There's a way to. I'm sure there's a way to do it. Okay, tonight's class. Watch Dakota learn how to do this, and actually, I'll look at that in a second. You know what, everybody? I am in a trade in my live account, and I need to check it. I need to check my live account trade. I forgot. Let's look at my live account trade, shall we? There it is. There it is. Let me make sure you pocket watchers. Get out of the pocket watchers. I'm in a trade in my live account. I'm long 7 minis. I don't want to. Would it be bad to say I forgot about it? I need to close a couple of them. I need to close a couple of them out. Let me get out of a couple of them so I could actually manage this correctly. Let's do that. I forgot about it. I'm over here reading Discord, trying to do these notifications, and I'm over here in a freaking long, pretty decent long. I got in I got it in like over here somewhere. Let me adjust this. Let me get this. Gotta do that. Let me get to the 100 ticks. There we go. Ooh, I don't want to get distracted. Yeah. Oh, can we beat? Is this gonna beat last night's P&L? I don't know. Let's see if we get another push into those 50s. I'll close out of some of them. Probably get out of these a little bit more actively here. There we go. We're gonna tighten this baby up. All right, let's watch this. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Please don't stop. We're going. We are going. We are going, everybody. We are going, chat. 50 points. All right, let's get out another one right there. We got Discord notifications in the background. In the middle of a trade. Let me read this. Enable desktop notifications. Yeah, I have that there. Andrew, I have that. We're tightening this baby up. We're leaving this one on. Like I said, Andreas, what do you think we're doing? I'm trying. Yeah, I went to. Oh, you know, that's why. We're going to see if we could do this. We go over to these settings. Yeah, it says there. All right, we're going to do this until I get it figured out. Turn off that jazz music. Beep. beep, beep, beep. It's starting to annoy me now. Stop. I'm trying, man. All right. Okay. So many. Oh, I thought that was one of you. I thought that was one of you guys in the chat sending me all these messages as a troll. That would have been a good troll. But now yeah, it's over it. You guys could enjoy watching this trade while I figure this out. Just log off Discord? I can't because this is where I have a lot going on. Let me see. I need to call IT support. No DMs, you will be ignored. You have set mine to invisible. Okay, I think I got it. Let's go to settings. Welcome, Dakota. Watch Dakota try and disable his notification on Discord while in a long NASDAQ. Should we sell? Dakota, should be a Discord icon in the taskbar. Right click and choose mute. Right click. It doesn't give me that option. I click on notifications and it says enable desktop notifications, and it's off. It's off. Receive notifications. Never. Okay, send me a notification now on Andrew, and we'll see if that is it. We'll see if that one is it. Can you send me a notification? No, it didn't work. It didn't work. Well, I'm going to trade, everybody. I'm going to trade. I'm going to trade. I'm going to get this fixed. All right. I'm Googling this. Yeah, I did. It says open Discord, navigate to the user settings, access notifications, individual sounds, disable all sounds. Scroll down to the sounds, select selection. Yeah, I did exactly this. This is so weird. So weird. Yeah, you guys can't hear it because I muted it through OBS. I did that. At least I know that so far. Yeah, you want to see? Look, chat. Teach me. Am I doing this something? Am I doing something wrong here? Am I doing something wrong here? This is Teach Dakota Discord. It says sounds. Play a unique sound when there's a message. I turn that off. Turn on Do Not Disturb. See, and then I disabled. Do I need to click this on? Ah. Send me a message now. Let's see if this works. Anybody? Let's see. Let's see if it works. It worked. Okay. We're good to go. That was harder than trading. Give me the market. I'll make 7,000. Show me how to turn off a notification on Discord. It's going to take me a minute. It's going to take me a minute. Going to take me a minute. Oh, man. Oh, yeah. What is this? We're up. What are we up tonight? I need to just let trades go, huh? We just need to let trades run. Trades is a runner. What's your target? I'm looking 19,500. I think I'm going to just trail this one. I think I'm just going to trail this baby right on up. Or do I close it off and we end tonight and call it good? What do you think? Do I just close this trade, call it a night, call it good, go eat some dinner? Like the new music, Derek? Nice. I added to this trade. It was before I got on stream. Is right here. My stop loss was down here. Keep on going. Hattori, have I tried to automate my strategy? Yeah, I did, and it doesn't work. I've tried to automate some stuff, but whenever I try and automate something, I don't. It's not good for me. I think I might have a little bit too much discretion sometimes to automate it. Too much discretion. Here we go. It's sounding like Christmas. It's sounding like Christmas. Well, it feels like Christmas. Let's see if we could break through these 60s. I think I close this. I'm going to vote close. I'm going to vote close on this one. And there we have it. Back-to-back slow markets of 7,000. And that was only 30. Yeah, that was it. Now let's make sure I don't give any back like I did today. So do we short this? 10 contracts short. Hey, my second win. Hey, I'm getting good at this trading stuff, huh? Getting good at this trading stuff. Your OCD likes the 7,700 evens. Well, you know what we're going to do about that? You know what we're going to do about your OCD? $69. Even better. Oh, man. What a night, everyone. What a start to slowish markets. Just grinding higher. I'm not... maybe there's a short opportunity. We're up 0.7%. Every single day we've been rallying or selling off 2%. And so... it's so hard to sell this market. It's tempting. Don't get me wrong. It's extremely tempting. I tried, everybody. I tried. You seen me in during fast markets trying to short in here. And you know how that went. Not the best. I was in a trade. I did, give some back. What kind of music is this? Where's the next? Explain why short. Yeah, if I get in a trade, I see it, but you kind of I closed out the position because we're consolidating. We're already up 0.7%. 0.69. Man, I'm seeing that number 69 everywhere. Is it just me? Is it just me? It's just the number that just starts popping up everywhere all of a sudden. We're up 6. It's your favorite number, Greg. David says, I need a proper date. No more talking about my love life. That wasn't my first date, everybody. And she's technically not my girlfriend. And she's not new. I've known her for a while. Just going to think it's running out of gas and keep going up. This is a tough market, everyone. It's always a tough market. You hear David Green say it. You see David. You heard David Green say it, and it's so true. He's been trading for so many years, and let's talk about it, shall we? Well, let's talk about this market that we are in. Let's talk about this market that we are seeing, and let's talk about it from as traders. Look in a comparison, okay? Look at this, shall we? Back in July, and at the end of July and August, this was a major sell-off. There's a lot of panic in the markets. There's a lot of panic in these markets. There's this market's selling off. A lot of panic. The volatility just spiked up. And let's throw an ATR on here so that you could see it into comparison, because this is very important to just wrap our heads around what kind of a market environment that we are really dealing with right now, and why you're hearing everybody, including myself, say it's difficult, right? It's one of the hardest markets. I don't know how to increase that. Whatever. You get the point. Everyone gets the point. So, yeah, back in August, beginning of August, insane volatility compared to, look at this. Look at what we were in, right? Look at that kind of market on a day-to-day basis. What were we moving? We were moving 240 points from top to bottom sometimes. Average true range. Yeah, not much, right? Compared to what we're seeing. And then we start to zoom in and we're saying, yeah, how was trading back last year? Well, you remember when we were having nice, what was a big day? Oh my gosh, we rallied so much, right? It was 1.5%. 1.5%. That was big rally day, right? Here's another one. Here's another big rally day. Almost 2%. And then things got crazy. This was crazy volatility at the time, right? A crazy volatility at the time. We peaked up to 500 points per day. That was crazy. And then things got back to normal. And yeah, look at these days. Big volatility. And then back to normal. Good day. Up 1.5%, right? And now let's zoom back to where we're at today. That just puts it in such a comparison, right? Woo, that was tiny. Right? We're looking at, it's almost like a meme stock. It's like a penny stock. We're doing this. Whoa, look how volatile it is. It's oh my gosh, whoa, look at that. It's so volatile in August. And then we put it in comparison. That's nothing what we're experiencing right now, right? We're still at 700 points per day. And that's well above the peak of August. So peak of August, 500 points basically. We're 200 points higher still. We've been there since April 2nd, right? Just straight up. So we cannot put out of context how crazy this market is. And how black swan event it feels with this type of volatility. And we zoom in on what happened today here in the NASDAQ. And this y-axis on our charts, it doesn't do it justice, right? It looks normal. This looks normal. You look at this visually as a human. This looks really normal. But if you're doing it to where we were normal for a day, it's probably like this, right? That does not look normal. When you're looking at candlesticks like that, you're dragging your chart. Like, wow, it was an amazing trade if you could catch 50 points, right? Yeah, and it's not like that. So hopefully that puts in perspective where you're at. If you're new here, if you're new to Topstep, if you've never experienced this type of trading environments, hopefully that put into perspective these types of moves. The fact that in a single day, it's still normal that we're moving 800 points. That's amazing opportunities to make money. It's also amazing opportunities to lose money too, right? Yeah, look at, put it in perspective. Change your y-axis to logarithmic, right? So there's the logarithmic scale. Yeah, that's interesting, right? The log scale. Yeah, it's crazy perspective. You love a good opportunity to lose money? Fair enough. Fair enough. We love opportunities. Sometimes it's usually doesn't end well for us. Your body is a machine that turns opportunities into losses. ICT called it. It's normal, bro. It's 2025. Yep, I keep waiting for the dump. Look at gold. Oh, I gotta switch to back to the combine here. I'm gonna look at gold. Look at the gold, and then we'll get to some questions. What's going on with gold here? Talking about perspective, right? Talking about perspective. This is a 5-minute chart. Not much is going on with gold, right? Maybe looking for a short. Is that a possibility, right? Here's a pivot high. It looks like we tried to run some stops. We tried that, and now maybe there is an opportunity to short. Let's do that. Let's do that in this combine. Let's go ahead and short a little bit of gold. Oh, what? Coach Hoop, Jay, don't get upset. I know I'm short gold, and shorting gold has not been the right thing to do. We're going to find that one out. NASDAQ going up? Yeah, it is. I closed that one out too early. But, hey, $7,000 is $7,000. $7,696. Testing break on Dakota. I agree that volatility is excessive compared to the past, though the market has been orderly for the most part. Just have to make adjustments for risk. That is a true statement. DL, love that comment. That is something as traders. So, consistency is more important sometimes than volatility. And great shout out. I appreciate that. That's also something good to say is, as traders, we love volatility. However, we don't love inconsistent volatility. We love consistency. So I don't get me wrong. I love this volatility. I love it when it's consistent, though. Today was a little bit of a weird one. It was consistent, just going straight up as a trending market. But if it's consistent, if it's predictable, then it's good. If it's inconsistent, you get some random tape bombs, as we've been calling it, where you have a headline, a news event, and the market moves 50 points in one direction or the other. That's where the difficult comes from. That random factor that traders just can't predict. Or at this point, it feels like, yeah, just any time there's going to be something that's technically predicting it, but timing is much harder. Tape bombs are nasty. We're going through different musics. Let's see if we get this short. I'm looking to close one of these contracts off at a 1-to-1 risk reward down here at these 33.60s, and then maybe holding on to a runner. My second target here on gold, maybe see if we could come down and test these 3333, these 3330s as a stretch target if we do start to break down lower. Are we in on jazz this morning? I mean, that's what I just clicked this playlist. This jazz playlist. Do you have a genre? Do you have a genre you like? Type it in the chat if you have a genre of music, and we could go through some. We settle this tomorrow, market open. At Lido Dill. I don't. Trading battle. You got big cojones for putting on this type of size in slow markets on your combine and live. Hey, you should have seen earlier. I was in, what was it, 7? Look at the NASDAQ selling off now. Oh, should have short. Should have short. Does that mean gold's going to go up? Lo-fi beats. Okay, let's do Chill House. Yeah, just chill music lab, high low. What? Oh, let's go. Let's see. This music will put you to sleep. Tune in and enjoy, and let's go to sleep. I listened to Order Filled by Topstep X. There we go. Let me turn on the sounds. Can we do that? I could unmute and we could jam out to some Order Filled. I have the site muted. Just a little pullback. NASDAQ selling. Let's see if we can get this gold selling off. Order filled. In Topstep X Power, you can change the order filled to Hoag's voice. Yeah, you can. You can. Which is pretty funny. We need some more of our sound effects. Custom. Dakota, micros have been perfect in this market due to being able to scale in and fill out a position. I agree. I 100% agree. Micros are amazing, especially in more volatile markets where you can scale in and scale out. Yeah, this is lo-fi. It's classified. Yeah, you want to take a look at this? Here we go. Lo-fi hip-hop. Lido, you want your commission? I'll send you 5 Monopoly dollars. A blues guitar. This market's pushing down lower. Bangers tonight. Wow. Bangers tonight. Connell, 5 dating tips. Be polite, listen, hygiene, be interested in the person. Pay for dinner. You listen to that music on Amazon? It's good music, actually. This is like, you could study, you could work, you could, you know, do a lot of stuff. Yeah, you don't want to talk about your ex when you're on a date with a girl. That's not hip hop. I don't know. That's what it says. It says genre, lo-fi hip hop. You don't need money. You don't need money. You don't need flashy cars or flashy anything. You dress nice, have respect, have good hygiene, take care of yourself. Well, I guess it depends on the type of person you want to be with. What kind of PC do I have? I have a custom built one. Let's see. Maybe I could show you. Let's see if I could show some of my I could show. Let's see. Maybe I have a picture. Should I send? I could send a picture. I could try and take a picture of my PC. If she has a Lambo, it helps. Sure. Yeah, tax write-off. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, I'm going to show you my computer and we could get this as a tax write-off. Yeah, you guys want to see it? So the PC and it could be a write-off? 100%. We're doing that. I like the way you think. Let's see if gold's going to sell off here. I got to send this through Discord. I'll pull this. I'll pull this up. I built it myself. It was fun. I don't have Instagram. Just the only social media I have is the Twitterverse, and right here. I'll show you. There's the link. And then here is the PC. It's not that might not be the best picture. Liquid cooled. It was a fun build. Gold is respecting the 4-hour. Yeah, this is a level of support. That is for sure. And technically we are making higher lows, right? Technically we are making higher lows, higher low, higher low. So if we do sell off, that's what I want. Obviously I'm in a short, so we want it to sell off. I could see myself closing one if we do get some momentum back down and breaking into these 50s. And then, like I said, my ultimate target is going to be down here lower. You're about to set up my custom loop tomorrow. Nice build. Yeah. Yeah, I pay my taxes on time. If you don't, yeah, taxes. Dakota, why do I not use indicators? I went through plenty of indicators. I've went through RSI, moving averages, Bollinger Bands. I've tried envelopes. I mean, I've tried a lot of them. Ultimately, what I found out in my own personal trading is that there's a lot of distractions. I found myself being in like a paralysis by overanalysis. And then overthinking, waiting for the perfect setup, waiting for this indicator to do that. And ultimately, do you know what the best indicator is for me? It's price action. I love price action, technical analysis, and dare I say it, naked charts. Just support and resistance for you? Yeah, sometimes to me it's simplicity. There's power in simplicity in the way I view it. Is the less distractions and the more simple I can make something, the easier it is for me to execute, and the less room there is for me to just mess it up. Don't get me wrong, I still mess it up at times, but it's easier It's the less clicks and stuff I have to worry about and things I have to look at, the easier it is for me. Now, don't get me wrong when it comes to volume and the profile and some of the stuff that Jay and Hoagland they talk about. That stuff is great. Can it improve my trading? Probably. If I took the time and I studied it a lot more and I watched it, they could probably keep me in bad trades, and maybe it would let me allow me to hold good trades even longer. And so there's that aspect, but I have to just understand, like, there's probably going to be so many different things that I could look at that I can make an argument that could take me out of bad trades or prevent me from taking bad trades, but then it could also prevent me from taking good trades. And like I said, there's so many different indicators out there. There's so many different ways to trade and processes. It's taken me a while to get comfortable and used to one and just pure price action. NQ's dumping. Who said sell? I should have sold. Well, I did, kind of, right? I closed for profit. I closed. That's selling. I sold my position. So I technically sold up there, but should have sold more. Dakota, are you only using Topstep for charting? No, I like Topstep X. With everything, it has its flaws. Topstep X. Remember, everybody, Topstep X is only a year old. Is it a year old yet? It's coming up. It's pretty close to being only a year old, and it's came very far. There's still some features that I'm excited to see. We talk about the statistics, right? We talk about all these little features, maybe some bugs. Who knows? Like, there's always going to be improvements to a platform that is only a year old. So I really like it. I like it when I'm trading my Topstep accounts. For my personal accounts, I use a different software, obviously, that I'm used to, and it's taken me some time to get used to Topstep X. I transitioned, so I was on NinjaTrader, and I transitioned from NinjaTrader to Topstep in August during that volatility, and it took me a little while to get used to it. I was making mistakes, fat fingers, and just getting used to this platform. And now that I'm enjoying it. My favorite part that I like to see is, look at this. Remember when it first came out? There's like just basic risk. Now it's starting to get more advanced. I like this. More and more stuff is coming out. I looked at this the other day, and this was new. If you were joining me, I'm like, oh, okay, what's the trade clock? Okay, great. Yeah, that's what this does. And so and then symbol blocking. Yeah, I don't want to trade. I don't know. Maybe I've noticed in my own trading that I really suck at trading live cattle. I should not trade it. I get emotional, and then I go over to live cattle, and I re-range trade. So I'm going to block it, and then I'll lock out these risk settings for the day, and then the platform will make sure I do not trade live cattle, no matter how emotional I get. Al Brooks is the king of price action. Not sure if I'm missing the response, but I'm missing all 3 coaching sessions. Are there any recordings we can see? So the 150K subscriber coaching sessions is going on this week. I just finished my last one, but they are all recorded, and I'm sending them to my team, and I'm sending them to the Topstep team. I'm not sure how they're going to distribute the recordings yet, but stay tuned. It's recorded. It's nice, and it's just as good recorded, and great feedback. Don't get me wrong, these slow markets though, when I host slow markets, it's nice. Oh, look here. Here is a post. Here's a trader. Remember, if you tag me, or if you do like a hashtag slow market, just tag me. No hashtag. I don't want to search for a hashtag. If you just tag me in Twitter or Twix, I see the stuff. I see it. I don't mind. Look at this one. Here's one. I like that. Slow markets with Coach DBA, Topstep TV, long ES/gold. Let's go. Man, that's a nice setup. Look at that. The lights, the umbrella. You got the laptop connected to the monitor. Wow, that's... You got two DOMs. You got two DOMs. You got one on the left and one on the right. Okay. That's interesting. I like that setup. That's cool. You forgot the class today? That's okay. It's recorded. That is okay. Dom. Double Dom. he's double dominant. Lockout has been saving my account time and time again. Yeah, there's a beautiful example right there. Lockout savings accounts. They're dominating. We're winning, Zona. We're winning. We are winning tonight. So much winning. I'm up 7,069.6 in my live account, and I missed an amazing short. I missed it, but spilt milk. Only I cry over a missed trade after being up $7,600 in my live. If you missed it, you might have to restart slow markets. A little bit late to class. Yeah, I'm in. We're double trading. Double trouble this. Man, what a sell-off there. Just a casual 67 points. Zona. Yeah. Great plan. I'll rewind a few minutes. Yeah, don't worry. I rewind it. I'm trying to get into a habit. If you miss slow markets, if you don't want to watch the whole thing, maybe I could work with the team and maybe clip it together. And I've been trying to be active on Twitter, on the Twitterverse, to post some of the highlights if I can. Paper hands, Harris. Everyone keeps talking about the second date or first date. That was not a first date. That was not a second date. I was going to movies with a girl, beautiful girl. I've known her for longer than that. Everyone got so caught up on first date or second date. I'm like, no, it was a date. Looking for a trade? Situation sip. Gold is not really doing much. When's the wedding? Hey, in Utah, they have weddings in like 3 months. Dakota, does she have any idea of how much? Nope. Monica? No. Nobody does. Sometimes not even me. No, that resistance on gold is crazy. It's slow markets for sure. We had those Google earnings. Don't get married. Maybe I'll never get married. Doing what? Go to how long did it take you to become profitable, and what were you doing before trading? I need to continue. I need to get my butt together. I need to start getting some stuff. Get some content out there. I'm gonna work with Danielle. I'm gonna work with the team to get some content out there, talking about maybe my trading journey, where I started, how I got there. Because I've shared this before on slow markets, but I do realize that there's a lot of new traders coming and going. And new audience, maybe traders that might have missed it. And instead of going back through the archives, through the hour-and-a-half sessions throughout the past year. Remember, slow markets has now been going for about a year. I've only started slow markets for a year, and maybe going through that. I think that would be good. I think it's something that maybe would help others, maybe inspire others, talking about some of that. I've held off on doing interviews. I'm not really, I'm a very personal person. I don't like to talk about my personal life very often in terms of what I'm doing, how much I'm making, this or that, because it's personal for a reason, right? It's a personal word, personal this. Never one to show off anything, because I don't think that's been the best. But then there is a level and there's an aspect of, hey, let's explain this to maybe help newer traders who are new to the market understand, maybe have some, I don't know if hope is the right word, but I was thinking, like, yeah, of course, when I was in college, I would have loved to be able to follow somebody and follow their journey and path and see what they went through and understand, and maybe do a little bit of a comparison. Like, yeah, he struggled too. That person went through those ups and downs too. It's not this horseshoes and rainbows and Lucky Charms and shiny stuff that you see on the internet. It's the grit. And yeah, you see some influencers showing some of that, but yeah, each journey is personal. Everyone's journey is definitely personal, and I will not be peddling affiliate codes. That's not what I'm not in this for the money. I trade for the money. Yeah, I trade for the money. I'm not gonna be, yeah, I'm gonna just not even touch that. Look at that. Trips J's. You guys got to see this one. You got to see this one. Everyone's going to see this one. Look at that. You got to zoom into this. How do we zoom in that one? There we go. We zoom. We zoom in. That's a beautiful one. I'm going to zoom in some more. We'll zoom in. We could even fit to the window. Oh, that didn't work. Yeah, whatever. It's not zooming in. Looks good. The mood was set for slow markets tonight. Mr. 7K. Look at that setup. I like that setup. You got 3 big monitors in the back. You got, what is this, 2 computers? That looks like mine. That's a good setup. Let's see. Let me see if I could get a zoomed in view of that one. Ooh, don't want to show you that. Let's do screenshots. Yeah, there we go. I like that one. You've put some time into that. That should be proud. That makes a person proud. Whenever you're able to do something like this, you got that nice computer setup. Looks pretty nice. And then this beast over here. Does that make... Yeah, I like seeing that. That's cool. Look at this market bouncing now. Look at that. Buy the dip. Buy the freaking dip. Look. Sell, consolidate for a little bit, and rally. Right? Technical analysis. Sell, consolidate, rally. Here it is again. Sell down to near the same level, this 400, lower 400, like 404, 406, and then just rally. And these aren't small rallies. These are big. This is like fast market stuff. Like, this is what fast market used to be, where we have a nice 30 points in, 4 minutes. Is this now resistance? Is what now resistance? How's that gold trade working out? Ooh, looking good. Looking good on the gold. T-trades. What is with Topstep trying to regulate prop firms? That's a fun conversation that I've been seeing been a little bit a part of on the social media, but it's not Topstep regulating prop firms. That's not the right thing to classify it. There's a lot of misconception around that, to be honest, and there's a lot of misunderstanding around it. when it comes to like, we're just going to try and regulate and corner the market. There's a good way to go about it and a bad way to go about it. I don't want to really go far in depth of it, but a self-regulatory body is there to protect and help consumers. It should be, right? This is how a proper one works. It helps consumers. I like to think of it as Carfax. You go out there to buy a car, a used car, and do you know if a used car dealership is actually doing their due diligence, making, having everything on the uppity up or whatever? You check the Carfax of those cars to make sure they're not lying to you or trying to scam you. And the idea is like, let's have a Carfax for the prop firm, right? Let's do it ourselves so we don't have to have a government come in and step in, and they might not understand the industry, or they're slow at doing something, or they ruin it for a majority of what everyone's doing. And it would be really nice to know that if you sign up for a prop firm, they have a set of standards. It'd be really nice. I would love to know that when I'm with a prop firm, they have standards. It's the same thing with my personal broker. I know that when I go to sleep, my personal broker follows a set of guidelines and standards to where I'm going to wake up and things aren't going to change dramatically, and they're not going to steal my money, and they're not going to change this or change that. So I truly believe that the prop firm industry needs something like that, whether it's a self-regulatory body or maybe the CFTC or NFA, National Futures Association, steps in. I wouldn't mind that. I honestly wouldn't. It just needs it needs to be independent, though. Let's get that straight. Like, regardless of what anybody says, I don't think Topstep should be over it. Topstep should be a part of it. It should be completely independent, like an independent third party, has no association with any of the prop firms, and does not benefit from any of the prop firms. Like, no kickbacks, nothing. It needs to be completely independent. Like, that is how it truly should be. So I believe that. And yeah, it sucks to see all that misinformation out there, because, sometimes that's what happens. You get people who talk about it, and their main goal is to get clicks and views and to spread rumors and make others look bad when it's not anywhere close. And it's nothing's like, that's what we want for this industry, right? We want that stability. We want that, what do we want to call it? That honesty, that transparency. We want all of that as a consumer, right? When you buy a car, you want that. When you buy a house, you want that. Like that's how proper industries grow and stay healthy. And you avoid things like a fast track trading coming in, pump a bunch of marketing, get a lot of money, and then dip. So if done properly, regulation could be a good thing. But it's a slippery slope when traders, no one wants to be regulated. And when they hear government, yeah, it's bad, right? So it just needs to be independent and done correctly. Yeah, look, I even have these, right? You seen it on the picture? Yeah, so I'm for it. I don't mind the NFA coming in and bringing that. Look, see? There I am, right there. Dakota. This is my, what is this? I should say, where am I? This is a Series 3. See, I've got my Series 3. And then I've got my Series 30. I don't mind NFA coming in. You have 6 of those? Ooh, I might go print some more off. Yeah, it'd be really nice to know that who you're with, you don't have to, and it's nice too, right? You You invest your time, you invest your effort, you trade, you go through those ups and downs of trades, and then you finally request your payout that you worked so hard for over the months, and then you have to guess if they're going to pay you. Nah. If that was the case, I wouldn't be here. Yeah, I wouldn't even be in this industry. Kirix, I don't think so. This gold is taking, it's slow. NASDAQ right back up. Wow. Wow, NASDAQ. Opportunities tonight, 50 points. Buy the dip. Buy the dip is what this is. Yeah, just trust with what is dependable. Trust with what you know. Stick with what you know, right? If you buy a car and you're good with a car, like for example, Ford. Maybe you like the Ford trucks. Ford trucks, you've owned one your entire life. You know they're dependable. They've been around for a long time. And then you get a new car dealership pop up, and would you really want to buy their car? Do you really want to buy that new truck versus a Ford that's been dependable? It's like, yeah, I know how this truck runs. I've driven it for a very long time. I know everything. Or do I want to jump over and test out the new? No, let somebody else test that out. Let somebody else take that risk and buy the new truck and figure out if it's going to break down in 10,000 miles. Futures trading IQ. I mean, it's just an example. It's just an example. We love us. Yeah, I could agree with that, DL. If prop firms have a capital requirement to make sure that, yeah, I could agree with that. Just like brokers, just like talk about FCMs, talking about guaranteed or not guaranteed. Yeah, 7,069.6. Late to the, yeah, it was my live. And we're sitting in a gold trade right here. Let's see if this gold can sell off. Let's see if this gold can sell off. And here we go. We're testing it. Should have taken this one in my live account. What's going on with me? If I would have taken this one in my live, I'd be up more. Woulda, coulda, shoulda. And there goes NASDAQ. Oh, man. What movements are we getting tonight? Opportunity after opportunity are we seeing in these markets? Precision X, do you have a live account where you fund? This is a prop firm live account. This is Topstep's live account. I do have my personal live accounts that I trade option stocks and futures on. But I'm focusing on this Topstep live account and doing this. I enjoy doing this. This is fun. I love this. I love having slow markets and helping traders and grow something I'm very passionate and what I'm aligned with. Here's another thing I talked to this about with MP. I had a good conversation with MP. I mentioned it a little bit on fast markets, but nothing beats when you can align your own values and your own morals and what you're passionate about with the company that you partner with. And when you do that, sure, you know, it's kind of funny. I see it online where it's like, oh, Dakota, you just say yes to everything. It's like, well, yeah, it's nice. It's nice when it's the same, when you have the same vision, the same passions, the same morals and values. Dakota, how much time do you normally spend per day trading? You see it. You see me. I'm on here for an hour and a half. And if I was not on air, it'd probably only be an hour, right? I'd probably only look at these markets and trade slow markets for an hour. So, Lucky Cat, what do you mean OKT? So, yeah, well, I'd say 1 hour a night, and then about 2 hours in the morning. So 3 hours a day. Difficult to find companies with, quote, good morals. Yeah, and everyone has the, quote, good, right? To me, it's, you know, how do they present themselves to the public? How do they treat others? How do they treat their traders? Like, what's their overall goal? Are they like helping? Is it finance? Yeah, so I am for what Topstep believes in. And I see it. I see it in the meetings. I see it with the other coaches. Like, how can we get these traders to not risk so much and not blow accounts? You know, how can we get traders to transition from a simulated environment to a live environment and then eventually find success there? And it's nice, you know, you see the conversations, you see and hear MP talking about live account benefits, and I'm excited for that. I really am. Live account benefits are going to be so amazing. It is. It gives. I don't have words for it. It gives so much to what traders are really going for. Professional traders, right? Where, like, I seen Dobie say this, and it's true. The live account is not the end goal. It's the start. Your trading journey does not, like, as soon as you get to a live account, that's like the start, right? It's not the end goal. It's the start. It's just, it's a stepping stone, you know? You got the valuation simulated. You have an XFA. It's still simulated, but you could receive a payout. And then once you get to a live, that's the start of your true trading journey. And then to have goals while you're in a live account and then receive benefits while you're in a live account, that's what I've been wanting. I haven't been, maybe I've mentioned a few times. I know there's been conversations had on Topstep that people haven't really paid too much attention to in the public. But yeah, live account benefits, man. Good things take time. Guacamole, what are the benefits of a live account? Well, the MP's been talking about it. I'm excited to see. He said, I don't know if there was a timeline, but I think sooner rather than later. Oh, look at this one. That's a good one. I like that. Steven Alexander, shout out to you. Let's take a look at that one. Here, it's better for me to just, so I can zoom in a little bit. Let's go. Shout out to that one. I like that. Kicking it with slow markets from a hotel lobby happy hour while the family takes a nap. Yeah, look at there. Nice. And there goes gold. Let's close one out right there. Ooh, no. I don't want to. Oh, I made a mistake. I closed out all three. So that means I could get in for those other two for a little bit better price. We'll get back into those. I went to close out two, and I had the quantity for three. Whoops. If we get a bounce, I'll get back in those two. Can you please explain the gold trade? Yeah, sure. Why not? Let's do it. We could explain this gold trade. We have 6 more minutes, and then we call it good, right? Our kind of trader, MP came up with it this afternoon and was talking about it. Yes. Okay. I remember that. Let's look at this hourly chart. I did the analysis. Every single time I start slow markets, at the very beginning, I go through rapid fire where I'll look at NASDAQ, crude oil, sometimes the Nikkei, and then gold. And this is my analysis. I start on a higher time frame like the hourly chart. And, you know, we rejected once, we rejected twice, we rejected 3 times, right? And we're looking at a nice sell-off from earlier this week, and we were seeing resistance. I zoomed into a 5-minute chart, right? Zoomed into a 5-minute chart, and right about there, we seen that resistance come in. We pushed up. We tried to break out, right? We failed, and we started selling off. So that was like a rejection, a fake out. We ran liquidity, ran stops in these 73s, and we started selling off. So I jumped into a short because, yeah, sure enough, I could see this market maybe returning to the bottom, and maybe these 3330s. My first target was where I closed them off at, which was, right around this zone, first breakdown. So unfortunately, I closed it out of all 3 of them. That's okay. It's combine. Live account, though. Live account up 7,600, 7696. What time do I trade every day? Slow markets. It's Sunday nights through Thursday nights at 7:30 p.m. Central. And then I typically go an hour and a half. Sundays I do go an hour because it is Sunday, and definitely need it. Like, Sunday is a day of rest, but we have markets open. Topstep is international, and yeah, we have traders from around the world. It's Monday for some. And then I trade on fast markets. I trade on fast markets on TopstepTV during the day show. On Wednesdays I'm on Power Hour. And sometimes it depends. If somebody's not feeling good, or if someone misses and they reach out to me and like, hey, Coach Dakota, can you, are you able to switch days? And sometimes it gets shuffled around. Why do you choose that time to trade slow markets? Because that's typically, we see the Asian session open. We see a nice spike of volatility right around 7 p.m. Central. And this is about when I used to get home from, when I first learned how to trade. This is the time I'd get home from college, or I'd get home from work, and the only time I had to trade markets. And so I got used to this time. And there's a lot of traders that this is when they're just getting home from work, and they're getting done with college if they're younger. And if they want to be able to trade and they can't trade because they are busy working, but they want to trade, this is the opportunity. You might not be able to trade the New York session, but you can trade the Asian session. Or, like I said, Topstep's international. You might be sleeping during the New York session, and maybe you're just barely waking up. And so there's opportunities before you go to work, if you're, say, in Australia, or you're in wherever you're at, right? And so just because you might not have the time to trade the exact session you want shouldn't mean you should give up on trading, or you should never be able to trade. These futures markets are open 23 hours during the week, right? Sunday night through Friday afternoon. And you can, like Williams is, you could adjust your trading based on your lifestyle if you really want that. If you really want to trade, yeah. And that's how I was. I love trading so much. I didn't care if I had college. I didn't care if I had school and work. I had only like a little bit of time before I go to bed and at night, to trade here. And this is the time. I got used to it. I enjoy it. You see it, right? Like 7,000 last night, 69.6 tonight. And, sometimes these markets there's opportunities. There's definitely opportunities. Sometimes slow markets is better than fast, though. Fast markets can get crazy. So, well, that's it for tonight, everybody. Like I said, appreciate a great week. It's been a crazy week. And yeah, enjoy your evening. Remember, Friday's price action. You don't have to trade if you don't want to. Trading is definitely optional. And I'll see you then.